I know there's a lot of puns and jokes. Ed, I can already see the wheels spinning. You're just dying to make some puns about this. Thankfully, I was just mentioning this to Steve, thankfully the teen class is back in the auditorium on time for once doing the Devo on this topic. So now I feel a little bit more confident about covering this. But everything we do is on a schedule. We all have limited time. We waste time. We spend time. We invest time. We make time. The whole world is on a clock. And some of us get a little bit stressed out about that. And we think, like, I don't have enough time. There's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough days in the year to get everything that we want to do done. By the time we get off work, we go back home, it feels like we have no time to do anything else except for go to sleep, wake up, and repeat the process. But God has the title of Creator. And when He started this creation process, we see that He made you, He made me, He made the world, He made the galaxy, He made the universe, and He was and is and forever will be. The Bible calls Him the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. He's the God of history, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's the God of the present and the God of the future. He is the God that originated time. He invented it. Time is an invention, and it's His. So here are 3 quick thoughts to consider about this very precious commodity. Number 1, money and time share similarities. Don't waste it. Spend it wisely. Invest in the future. Number 2, all good things come to an end, but thank God that the best thing, heaven, will never end. Number 3, with a proper perspective, we can clearly see that we're all on God's time and spending God's time. Naturally, we occasionally waste God's time, but let's make sure that this week on our busy schedules to make time for the Creator of it. Make time to pray, not just requesting things from Him, but thanking Him, not just about physical wants or problems, but about our own spiritual growth and our faith. And sometimes this aspect of faith is forgotten, but make time to glorify God through your prayer life, to praise God in your prayers. Make time to let God, to talk to God, and then let God talk to you. Some may think that they don't have enough time to read daily, but seeing as God is the creator of time, He knows how to make the most of it. 2 Peter 1:3 says, His divine power has given us everything that we need for life and for godliness through a knowledge of Him who called us by His own glory and goodness. You know, the human side of us is ready to accept that God is, as a spiritual being, can give us what we need in the spiritual area, but then we easily dismiss the word life there in that verse. 2 Peter 1:3, His divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness. The Bible is one book with everything we need in this life and what we need in preparation for the next life. The key there in that verse is knowledge, through a knowledge of Him who called us. What will we do with the time God gave us for the rest of this week? There were many hours this week already that time got away from me. Things got in the way. Things took more time than they should have. Things came up that couldn't be helped, and the weather, for instance, made things run a lot slower, a lot crazier. But what will we do with the rest of the time that we have this week? Don't overlook this one fact, beloved, that with the Lord, one day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. 2 Peter 3 and verse 8. By way of invitation, I'd like you to think about something just for a minute. How do you feel about the day that the clock stops ticking? When God ushers us into eternity, when we find ourselves before His throne. If thinking about that makes you uncomfortable now, then realize that the feeling is very light compared to how all those will feel kneeling unprepared before the throne of God and before the judge. If the thought of the clock stopping and the clouds being rolled back makes you excited, it fills you with a longing, it makes you relieved, that feeling too can't compare with the joy experienced on that day. Don't let fear steal your soul. Don't let it keep you from making sure that you're not prepared for the great day. It's coming. There's a great day coming, and sometimes maybe we don't really believe that, or we try and smother those thoughts in our mind, but there's a great day coming. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. If the invitation call is for you, then now's the time as we stand and as we sing.
There's a great day coming.